Again. Okay, so I had promised some of my families that I would talk about some of my strategies that I use for meals. And being a single mom, which is nothing new to anybody, I'm a single mom. I'm living here in Lincoln with my ex-husband living in Omaha. The kids go with him about a day and a half per week, and then I don't have any blood family here besides my village of friends, which is a story for a different day. But I was looking at my finances, living alone on a teacher's salary, trying to figure out where all my money was going. I don't spend anything crazy. I get like a haircut a year. I get a pedicure a year. I'm not going out spending anything crazy. I don't go out ever. I couldn't figure out where my money was going. And so I started taking a really deep look at where my money was going. And one of the things was my grocery bill and meals. It was crazy. I was having my kids at the time eat school lunches, which I consider to be pretty reasonably priced. They're like $2.50 a day, but for me with two children, that was $5 per day, which is $25 per week, which is $100 per month. And then for myself, I had a horrible habit of going out to eat because, friends, I'm not going to lie about it. I eat my feelings. So if I had a particularly challenging day at work, if I got bit or maybe a friend was under a table, I would go out and get Subway. And that was a minimum of $6 to $10, which is $240 a month. So there with my children, that's $340 just for lunches. We're not talking about breakfast. We're not talking about snacks. We're not talking about dinner. So I want to show you how I went from spending $600 to $800 a month on food alone to what I've been doing to spend $100 a week for food. So I'm now spending $400 a month on food. And I wanted to give you some of my lunch hacks. And this has been really saving my life, not only financially, time-wise, and then I feel better about knowing what my kids are putting into their bodies. So here's what I tend to do to save time and also to save money. So my children both have their own lunchbox. Of course, Olivia's is snazzy, and Evan's is super macho like he is. And then mine is super exciting, of course, you know, being a mom. I don't get a lunchbox. I get a Target bag. But you know what? I wear it proudly. I am a proud Target sponsor. So what I do is at night, I put in the things that can be out and don't need to be refrigerated. Right now, I spent $95 on groceries this week. That includes drinks for my children's lunches, and I was the football drink mom. It was spend $20 on Gatorade, get a $5 gift card. And so I thought that was a rad deal. So I'm going to put Gatorade in their lunches this week to keep them super hydrated. And then also, I look for the fruit that has the least preservatives. These mandarin oranges are in water, nothing else, nothing sugar. The preservatives were on the low side, so that's the fruit I can put in here that won't be too sugary. And then for myself, I am way into these chives and pears right now, so that goes into my super expensive and glamorous Target bag. And then also, at our school, I'm a little bit sheepish about sending peanut butter cups, but the kiddos who have an allergy typically sit at a different table. So this is a treat this week. My kids don't even know about it, so don't tell them. And I get two because I'm a big girl and I deserve it, and I'm going to eat my feelings probably tomorrow. So, but I don't want my kids just drinking a Gatorade during the day. My kids have had a lot of health issues. And so one thing I've been doing that the doctors have recommended is I've really been pushing water. And so one hack that I learned that I am not taking credit for is filling these water bottles, they both get one, up halfway with water. And what I do with that then, at nighttime, they're both filled halfway up with water. I walk them over to my handy dandy freezer and I put them in sideways, because when you do that, the ice freezes sideways. So when you put water in the morning, they have access to the water right away, and then because it's frozen sideways, it keeps it cold all day long. My kids both told me too that throughout the day they fill up those water bottles a couple times, so I'm very proud of my little biscuits. I invested in these containers from Target again. Represent. Even with Lunchables being $1, which to me I was like, wow, crazy crazy deal. I realized that by making my own Lunchable type meals and feeding myself and my children these meals, I'm saving money, even when it's $1. So just like really looking at that is insane. But what I do is I put in 8 Triscuits, I put in some slices of turkey, and then I put in cheese, and they make sandwiches out of these, and I think they are so delicious. And then on the other side, I put their vegetables. So for these are, you know, fresh carrots and a fresh pepper. And then I put the lids on there, close them up, and put them in the refrigerator for the night. And then in the morning, we just simply have to grab them and throw them into the lunch boxes along with a cooler. And that keeps it cold for the day. And sometimes I might put 2 in there if it's an extra hot day, just so that their meal stays nice and cold. And these are total space savers. So I can put everything in here. If I put it in there just right. Shut it up, zip it up, and they have lunch for the day. So there's what I do for lunch. Again, that's not even talking about breakfast or dinner, but again, I spent $95 on my groceries this week. I will be feeding my children all week and we will not be eating out.